Jersey Mike's is now an official sponsor of the NFL. You sneaky. But yeah, first you steal my look, now you steal my job. Danny, I just love these subs. Yeah.
Make Jersey Mike's a game day thing.
A simple move.
Welcome to the Aboriginal Sports Network Mets 2128 broadcast and NFL Game Day broadcast. In my case today, it's going to be the Carolina Panthers against the New York Jets. I know what you're thinking. Mets, wouldn't you be calling Washington versus Dallas today? Under normal conditions, yes, but not today, as I have a DeadLock Pro Wrestling commitment later on tonight. So that goes on a little after the game between Washington and Dallas begins. As such, I will not be able to call Dallas against Washington against Dallas this afternoon. Panthers have been really starting to come around. They've won their last two after dropping 3 of their first 4. The Jets, on the other hand, let's just say Justin Fields and Aaron Glenn are under the gun badly. More so, and it's equal. Glenn for having no clue how to run an offense, and Fields for holding on to the ball too long before he's able to get rid of it. Because he's too stupid looking one way when he's got open receivers on the opposite end of the field. Panthers look for 3 in a row for the first time with Bryce under center. Can they get it? On paper, this would be an easy win for the Cats, but we'll see. What game was I getting on CBS today? Excuse me a minute, folks. 506 Sports.
This month, our 3 companies have a goal of collecting another 2,000 pounds. When one of our tanks hit, electrical, give them whatever can goods you can donate. Donate 5 cans and we'll take $25 off your bill. Your food donation stays local. Join the Fowler family and our Dependability team to feed area families this Thanksgiving. Only dependability Benjamin Franklin makes you this promise. It's big right or it's pretty. And that's guaranteed. Benjamin Franklin Plumbing. Dependability. This is your retreat. This table is your statement. This furniture is what makes this.
Oh, I'm getting Indianapolis against the Chargers. My brother, on the other hand, is getting Las Vegas against Kansas City.
I heard this one's gonna be a blowout. Exploding 250, 500, and 5,000 prizes. Ultimate blowout is here, and it's exploding with wins.
Is it?
Fox Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
72 degrees, 55 mile an hour, 55% humidity, partly cloudy skies in the Big Apple. A run-of-the-mill fall day in Jersey, in the New York, New Jersey metro. Chua Hubbard is back, which means that Rico's not going to get a lot of play time for anyone who has Donald in their fantasy leagues. Panthers won the coin flip, and they're going to defer it. The kick is away. Bounces at the 18, the 20, 35, 30. And gets beyond it to the 46-yard line. Justin Fields, 4 touchdowns, no picks this season and 5 starts. Rather ironic when you consider he's notorious for being someone who will hold the ball for too long. In any case, 1st and 10, Jets will start at their own 45-yard line. Single back, pistol set. Snap, drop back. Sling. It's a Reynolds, and he'll get 8. Maybe 9. Fashanu, Simpson, Myers, Tippmann, and Membu in the front line for the Jets, who have the 28th worst offense. 5th worst offense. Arian Smith, Josh Reynolds, Breece Hall, and I didn't see the other two, the tight ends. 2nd and 1 from the 46 of Carolina. Hall deep in the backfield. They hand it to him. He's got the 1st down. He's over the 40, and he's going to get 9 up the gut to bring it to the 37-yard line. By contrast, Carolina, total yards, 10th best defense. Turk Wharton, Sean Robinson, the others. Nick Soren, Trevin Wallace, Christian Roseboom, DJ Vonham in the secondary, Mike Jackson, Trevin Moore, Nick Scott, and J.C. Horn. Jets off to a good start so far. Ball in the 38, so it was an 8-yard pickup by Hall. Fake of the handoff. And this is the problem with Justin. He finally gets rid of it and throws it away, 2nd down. Wooden was well in the hunt. Second and 10 from the 38. Hall in the backfield again. Or Isaiah Davis, I should say, and he's going to get 4. Third and 6 coming up. Oh, they gave him 5. Okay, so the ball's on the 33 of the Panthers. Jets are 2nd worst in 3rd down conversions at 30%. Yeah, they're that fucking bad this year. Hall from the gun. Short dump. Caught by 82, but he goes nowhere with it. So what do the Jets do here? Go for it, or you just kick the 51-yarder? You have got to be shitting me. They're staying out there. They're fucking going for it. It's a 3rd and 5. That's a makeable field goal for Nick Folk. Glenn, you sicko. 4th and 5 from the 33. Fires high. Why did I not? I saw that shit coming. So instead of taking the points, the Jets gamble, and it blows up in their face. Boo Birds coming down. Panthers will take over after 2 minutes and 44 seconds, and the Jets waste prime field position. And with a drive that only goes 22 yards, on 5 plays. I said that Glenn has no clue on how to run an offense. I'll be right back. CMC and Saquon. Here's Carolina. Respectively. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 62, 63, 64, 65. I wonder if Murdoch's streaming the game on his end. Well, I want to find the fuck out. Knowing by now he should have had it set up, but let's see. Nope. I mean, that was my question exactly. Why not take the points? In any case, Bryce Young has Chua in the backfield, takes a handoff, and around the play action, caught by Trumbull or whoever, and a first down for Carolina. First and 10 from the 47 in their own 47. Bryce hands off to Chua, but the hole gets plugged up after a pickup of 2. I mean, he's been out for the last 2 weeks with a calf injury, and Rico Dotto really shined in his absence, including the revenge game against Dallas. Hubbard, McMillan, Coker, Leggetti, Sanders, now in right now for Carolina's receiver corps. Oh, they gave him 3. 2nd and 7 from midfield. Young fumbles but recovers it on the snap, and then gets a first down. That's a pickup of 11 for Carolina. Jets will have McDonald, Williams, etc. Kiko Magua, Jamie Sherwood. Then Sauce, Cisco, Adams, Brownlee, Stevens. Ball on the 40. So it was a pickup of 10. Bunch set. Fake of the snap, handoff to Chua. Young looks. He's going to run. He's over the 35, and he'll slide down after a gain of 7 to the 33. The game 6. Okay, what the hell is with this weird radio set call on my TV? Second 4 from the 33 and a half. Hand off to Chua again. This time he'll get 3. If Chua ends up rupturing his Achilles, you may have to put tearing his Achilles. You may have to put Rico in for the rest of the year if you're Carolina. Chua in the backfield again. And Hubbard will get 3 for the first down to the 28. What? Jets rotate their defense out. First and 10 from the 28 for Carolina. Thomas in the backfield now. Snap. Bryce drops back. Throw is batted. Incomplete. Second down. Final Murdoch, he probably had another all-nighter and overslept again. Seriously, I have a friend who's basically the Dormouse from Alice in Wonderland. Snap, caught. Jimmy Horn Jr. gets it to the 20, gain of 8. Oh, Kansas City won the coin flip. Second and 2 from the 20. Hands it to Hubbard. He's got the first down. I think he got 3. Yeah, the problem is they don't do much on the road. Over 3, 15 points a game on average, and only 97 on the ground. Snap. And Xavier Legette makes an 8-yard catch. He makes a 7-yard catch. Hubbard looking for a hole. He's not going to find it this time. Third down. Loss of 5. Loss of 3, actually. Third and 5 from the 13. From the 12. Snap. Young fires towards the end zone. Didn't get it. He was looking for Leggett, but it came up short. Panthers will settle for a field goal. Yeah, that hit the ground before Leggett could even get a hand on it. This will be a 30-yarder for Fitzgerald. Kick. Easily gets that one. 3-0 Panthers. Jets' inability to score on their first drive bites them in the ass. 5:42 left in the first quarter. 3-0 Carolina. Especially when you consider the last three matchups between these two have gone the way of the Panthers. And I was at one of them back in 2013. That day, Carolina clinched a playoff berth and got themselves into the playoffs.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like needing the experience of this trainer to go, but getting that trainer.
Next trainer. You're orange.
You know, it's not for that.
Who are you?
Patrick, I play football.
This is massacre going on. You do sports.
So don't settle for just any insurance when there's State Farm.
Why is no one laughing?
Look at the paper. State Farm is there. And love and care makes a life worth living. They say if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They put it inside burritos and tacos anyway. Crispy chicken from Taco Bell, a brand new classic.
Let's see if the Jets can do something this time. Otherwise, they're going to keep getting pounded by the Panthers. Fitzgerald's kick is away. Lands in the landing zone. Caught the 9. But this time, the runner is met at the 25. Tanner Engstrand has no clue what he's doing out there as an O coordinator, if you ask me. I mean, with what's left on the Jets schedule, at best, they could win maybe 2 games. One against Miami and one against New Orleans. At worst, they're not winning anything this year. I mean, they're on pace for the top draft pick anyway. Single back set. Fake the handoff, and Fields gets sacked for a loss of 4. And for a loss of 5. Nick Thornton and Derek Brown on the stuff. Just get rid of the ball, Justin, you son of a bitch. Well, I mean, Breece Hall tripped. I can understand why you didn't hand it off, but you could have just gotten rid of it. So what does that put Justin at? 4 passing yards today, 2nd and 14. So he lost 4. Ball back to the 22. Empty back. Fields looks. Gets rid of it. Caught. Pickup of 8 by Breece Hall. We got the touchdown for the Chiefs. Okay, it wasn't Trout. Screen pass caught by Hall over the 30, 35, and he's going to get 6 and going to get 7 and a first down. First. Oh, he gained 8 from the 38-yard line. Get rid of it. He does, going deep and undershot. Was looking for Arian Smith. And we got a Panther down. We'll take an injury timeout. I can't tell who it is, but it looks like a knee injury. 3:25 left in the quarter. It's Uman Milan.
And we got the hot. Ice works fast, heat makes it last. Icy hot, just so back.
Oh, what's up, Snarf? Not much. I'm just your favorite what? Aside from me, because he's the one who's most consistently coming on. Available on the 10-piece nugget, small, large, medium Cokes, large, medium fries, Big Mac, and a fillet of fish, as well as any breakfast items you want to keep a pause on. We're going to a bit of gambling. Oh. Okay, let's rip and see. Did you see that boardwalk? That's the piece I'm missing. What does it win? Winnebago. A Winnebago. Okay, 2nd and 10. We're back. Hand off to Davis. What does he get? 6 or 7? Either way, 3rd down. I mean, seriously, you're running Davis up the gut. People wonder why I get on the case of. Okay, it was only a pick up of 4 then. 3rd and 6 from the 42. Fields fires. It's broken up, and the Jets will be forced to punt. Mooring on the coverage. Looking for Reynolds. But why throw into a triangle coverage? And I thought Russell Wilson and Daniel Jones were bad with that. Austin McNamara ready to punt it away. Good kick. It's going to take a jet bounce to the 5. I mean, it was swatted around the 7, but still. Panthers are going to have bad field position when they set up shop.
He goes to pay for dinner, but his credit card's not accepted there. So thankfully, I have my Sapphire Reserve card. At my non-proposal, I'm buying dinner for all of my family.
Maybe it's a good thing I didn't start. I replaced Diggs and Smith at the last minute. But then again, almost all my receivers are fucking late gamers today.
Listen up. Jeff has a sore back, and it's the Rec League semifinal. Let's get our man back in the game.
So where's Carolina setting up? 7.
We got the hot.
Reps are going by where it was swatted at, not where the ball stopped. I can live with that.
Works fast. Heat makes it last. Icy hot. Just so back.
A first-of-its-kind innovation that returns pistons to factory clean by removing up to 100% of deposits. Restore your engine to perform like new. Restore and protect. Another first from Valvoline. I love that the NFL brings families together. They all get together, watch the games together. The passion is unmatched. Because to me, family means everything. Suddenly had Tom Brady's football knowledge. He considered that knowledge a gift at first. Play action and shotgun isn't as convincing to linebackers as the hard count style travel like that. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna have the wide receiver lined up over here on the split. You know what I'm saying? They did not, as it turns out, know what he was saying. I know what you're saying, Cornell. Please, free. Nobody knows football like Brady. Nice.
He's been a nightmare for the Panthers. Last 2 weeks, he's been out there for 14 plays of 10-plus yards, 2 touchdowns, and now he's out there for the Panthers in the backfield. 1st and 10, Carolina starting from their 7. They're going to give it to Rico. They pitch it. Dow's got a hole. He's over the 10, 15, 20, 15, and tripped up at the 20, gain of 13. Consecutive games with 230 more scrimmage yards. Rico Dowdle in 2025, Le'Veon Bell in 2014, Deuce in 2003, Marshall Faulk 2002, Walter Payton in 77, Jim Brown in 1963. And off by to Dowdle. Looks for a hole. He'll get a small one and probably pick up about 3. And with the Eagles, so far so good. Look at Jalen Hurts launch this one to A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Eagles. Minnesota got a field goal to respond, but they're still down 4. But here's my question. How much longer can the Eagles keep this up with the amount of hissy fits they've been throwing the last couple of weeks? Links due to stagnant play calling. In any case, 2nd and 7 with 1:22 to go in the quarter. Fake of the handoff this time. Young looks, gets chased, caught by Donald. He's over the 30, 35, 40, and he's going to step out the 41, pickup of 18. 18 on the catch. So Donald's got 34 total scrimmage yards right out of the gate. Or 33 yards. He did step out at around the 40. They gave him 17. I thought they gave him 18, but whatever. Hand off to Jimmy Horn Jr. He'll get 7 on the end around. 2nd and 3 coming up. Last play of the first quarter coming up. And up to Donald, he gets. And we got a fight between Will McDonald and a Panther to end the quarter. And I've got these shit bags. You know, those shit fuckers who constantly put the links with the game stream spot in it. Because I'm not willing to show the game as it's going on to avoid getting whacked by YouTube's algorithm. In any case, it'll be 3rd and 1 from the Carolina 49 when we come back. Start quarter number 2. 3-0 Carolina. Yeah, Indiana's got that one in the bag on this coming next Saturday. It's Robert. See? Huh?
I heard this one's going to be a blowout.
One no attempts at killing or making mother already in a second. Damn. Third and 1. Carolina's got on the 49, their own 49. Weak eye set. Fake of the pitch to Doddle. Young being chased. Donald wasn't even paying attention. Incomplete. Eagles will have to get rid of it. Panthers will have to get rid of it. No, they're going to go for it. They're 9 out of 14 in these situations. Donald in the backfield. Handoff to Rico. Did he get it? No, he did not. Jets defense holds. Nope, he got stuffed right before he even got to the midfield line. Good call by the refs. Jets will take over in Carolina territory. First down at the 49. And off to Hall. He finds a hole. He's got 5, and he'll get 6. He ran into his own blocker. They'll give him 5. Ball at the 44. Hand off to Hall again. Met right away, but he does get 2 out of the run. Now they gave him 3. Okay. Third down coming up for the Jets. The ball will be at the 42-yard line of, the 41-yard line of Carolina. Adriel Evero, the D coordinator. Design pitch. And Fields gets blocked and gets clocked. That's going to be flags. And we got more flags being thrown. Flag. Okay, we know that there's going to be a late hit against Carolina for hitting Fields in the helmet. Unnecessary roughness. That's going to move the ball to about the 21-yard line, maybe at best. Okay, where does Fields have that when he's hit? 36. So we got 6 yards on that. So that moves the ball to the 21 of Carolina. 2 penalties basically resulting in the same outcome. Tyrod going to come in. Probably let Tyrod clear his head. I mean, based on how he got hit, I wouldn't be too surprised if Fields has been concussed. Tyrod Taylor, the longtime journeyman, shotgun single back. Maybe pistol. Pistol set, op end. Hand off to Hall. Almost said Barkley for a minute, and he's going to get 3. Second and 7, ball at the 19. Jets in the red zone, but not by much. Hall will find a small hole, and he will get another 3 to the 16-yard line. Flag caught by Reynolds, but let's see what the flag is. If I had to guess, at worst, it's a holding call on the Jets. At best, a Panther jumped the gun. Flag? It's on Carolina. Oh, it's an illegal shift on the Jets. That would have been option 3. Let's see, where's the shift? So now that pushes the Jets out of the red zone. 3rd and 9, back at the 21. Taylor drops back. Gets free. Finds some holes and gets back to the 16-yard line for a pickup of 5. But it's not enough to... Let's see, 25, 20... I was right. Back to the 16. This will be from 34 for the veteran journeyman kicker Nicholas Folk. Snap, hold, kick. Down the pipe. Tie game. With 11:02 left in the half, we're tied at 3 between Carolina and the New York Football Jets.
Yes, sir. I'm scrambled for the first. He scrambled for the first down and gave himself up this line, and the DB kept running at him and hit him while he was sliding.
Wow, that goes to show how little I'm paying attention to this game, considering I have the game on and I didn't even realize that.
Well, he jogged off the field, he ran off the field. I think it was protocol. He has no choice. Go ahead, be evaluated. No. And play the game. So 3-3 there in Jet Life.
So you got the Jets on too there, Uncle John?
Yeah, I got it on.
I got two. I got either the Vikings and Philadelphia, or the Cheaters and the Raiders?
Who are the cheaters?
The Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the bitches. They're not playing till 4.
The who? Well, both of them.
There's a lot of cheese down there.
Minnesota's playing home. They're playing like shit.
That's in the house says, calling the game on mine. Only Mets comes into another channel. And
He's calling the game too. Mets calling the game too.
That's why he doesn't play-by-play.
Oh, okay. Well, whichever quarterback is for the Vikings, I sure hope nobody has him on their fantasy because he just threw his second interception.
I don't think anybody started Carson Wentz.
Yeah. And this interception was stupid.
Dude, what do you expect from a team like the Vikings? You draft J.J. McCarthy when the kid was terrible in college, and then you have no choice but to have a backup because you know his kid's not going to do anything for you. You think they're regretting letting Darnold walk in with how well he's playing in Seattle? I bet they are.
Oh, yeah. So what do you think the Jets will draft these quarterbacks so they can screw that one up?
Okay, so here's what they should do. Don't touch a single quarterback in this draft. They're all all the big time hype guys, they all blow. Then you have a plethora of 1-year wonders, fourth and fifth year seniors who didn't do anything until this year. That Moore kid out of Oregon.
Folk getting ready to kick it away. 11:02 left in the half. We're tied at 3. Good kick. Got the end zone, touchback. Carolina starts off at the 35. Let's look back at these two teams. Their first matchup was week 7 of 95, the first ever win in Panthers history, when they were still playing at the University of Clemson Stadium, 26-15 over the Jets. And there was the original coach of the team, Don Capers, who led the team to their first ever NFC title appearance in 1996 and the NFC West title that year. Was coach from 95 to 98 before he would be replaced by George Seifert in 1999, who would get replaced after the 2001 season by John Fox, who would then get replaced by Ron Rivera in the 2011 season. Hubbard around the outside, nice cut. And he's going to get to the 45-yard line for a gain of 10 and a first down for the Carolina Panthers. First and 10 from the 46, so it was an 11-yard pickup. And Young fakes a handoff. Caught by Leggett, gain of 6, and gain of 5. All right, go Carter in the second. Oh, they gave him 6, so that puts the ball on the Jet 48. From the 48-yard line, Iron Jet territory. Second and 4, Carolina. They get the snap off in time. Hand off to Chua. And this time he's only going to get 1 at best. Steve Wilkes' career, defensive back coach from 2012 to 2016 with Carolina. Defensive coordinator up until the 2022 season, where he temporarily took over as interim coach after Matt Rule got fired. Bunch set. Drop back. Incomplete. He was looking for McMillan. Third down. Oh, it's a fourth down. Never mind. Flag. False start on Carolina. 5 yards. Kick is away. And a fair catch at the Jet 13.
It doesn't work that way.
Well, at Verizon, anyone can bring in their AT&T or T-Mobile bill, and they'll give you a better deal.
So Verizon's pricey.
No, better deal.
And I'm going to say this to the sickos who keep putting that link in my chat. Do you dumbasses want me to get in trouble? Because I don't want to get in trouble. So stop putting those links in the chat. Please. People who do that are just a bunch of assholes. Simple as that.
What can I get you? It's good. 2. Go for 2. How about the 2 for $25? You get 1 half and 2 entrees like our new grilled cheese cheeseburger. Applebee's 2 for $25. 1 half and 2 entrees. Stupid shit on my door. No problem.
36 years of doing that shit, huh?
ESPN and ABC, followed by Texans Seahawks on ESPN. Then week 8 kicks off with Thursday Night Football on Prime Video.
Other games going on. It's tied in Tennessee. And Justin Fields back on after clearing concussion, after clearing CP, IGCP, in-game concussion protocol, setting up shop at the 13, 2-back set. And the gun. Takes the handoff to Hall, fires, out of reach of Isaiah Davis, incomplete, second down. In other games, Kansas City is clobbering Las Vegas 14-0. Understand we get a sack. Chicago clobbering New Orleans 13-0. Minnesota down 14-3 to Philadelphia. Tied in Tennessee at 10 between the Patriots and Titans. And shockingly, 10-3 Browns over the Dolphins. Fake of the handoff. Fields will get 3. 3rd down. Flag? That's Simpson. It's Joe Simpson. Third and 15. Fields going to go up the middle, and he'll get 10 yards back, and that's going to be, 3 and out for the Jets, and the fans do not like it. To be fair, you can't really blame them. Kick is away, caught by, received by ETN at the 38. He'll go down to the 48 yard line for a return of 9 or 10 yards.
He's so much taller in person. I'm struggling with his proportions. Yeah, because you're taking too long. You know, one time I saw her cream in under 2 minutes on the guy color. Little to the right, G. Yeah. If they can work wonders like this, why can't I?
Spitting image. Show up.
What was that?
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico. So it's to work on Sunday. Does it though?
It's the season to win, and this game-changing roster is available right now at South Charlotte Hyundai. First up is our legendary 2025 Tucson Hybrid, 0% APR. Next up is the adventurous 2026 Hyundai Palisade lease for $562 a month. And with America's best warranty and owner's assurance included with every new Hyundai, you'll find yourself in the end zone every single time. Don't fumble this opportunity. Visit SouthCharlotteHyundai.com today.
But what about our competitors? No, you can check for yourself. Right at the shelf. Those are on me. Just kidding. You got to pay for those.
Turn it up. Take it.
Visit your local Acura dealer for attractive offers on a new vehicle. I never really believed people were more than evil until I met Jeff. I certainly didn't feel that line anywhere. Hunting Bundy, streaming now on Fox Station.
His brain is 1% larger than average. You're watching FS1's daily shows. Follow the calendar and engineer to activate your logical thinking and decision making. And this is the chaos of the trigger powers. And instinctively, 3 days on FS1.
It's been all bark, no bite from Aaron Glenn from the 48 yard line. Young drops back. Swing pass to Horn, but he can't get back to the line. Loss of 1. And we got more flag. And it's OPI on Jimmy Horn Jr. I mean, Xavier Legette, excuse me, that's 17, not 15, ref. But having said that, this pushes the Panthers back to their own 38. Their 8-yard line. Young looking, fires over the middle. It's dropped. Was looking for Horn, and he got whacked as soon as by Moore, or before he could get control over it. 2nd down. Well, actually, it hit off his hands and out. It was caught. He had it on his fingertips, but it bounced out, and then Moore leveled him. Either way, it's a clean hit. 2nd down for Carolina from their 38. Deep back, 3 wide, 3 receivers set. Before 3 to the right. Young goes that way. Bat away again. Incomplete. 3rd down. That one was looking for Broker. And it was Summers on the swat. 3rd down. Oh, Stevens, excuse me. I thought it said Summers on the jersey. Well, I'm not familiar with this team, all that familiar with these teams these days. 3rd and 20. Giving out bad both sides have been. Caught by Legette. And they're going to wrap them up after a pickup of 4. Forcing a 3-and-out on Carolina. Good defensive stop possession by the Jets. DeAndre Swift up the gut, 13-0 Chicago over New Orleans. But that game is an easy cakewalk if you're a fan of the Bears. If you're a fan of the Bears. Of the Bears. Of the Bears. Punts away. Pretty lazy punt. We got flag. Williams at the 9. Across the 10. And brought down around the 12. If I had to guess, it's an illegal block against the Jets, which will push the ball back to the 6. Yep. Flag. Like I guess, it'll push the ball back to the 6. It's on Brownie Jr. 6:07 left in the half. Brownlee Jr. 6:07 left in the half. We're tied 3-3. I thought this would be a cakewalk for Carolina, but it has not been the case.
With Dupixent, stay ahead of moderate to severe eczema with clear skin and less itch. The number one prescribed biologic by dermatologists said allergies. Clear skin from within. Severe allergic reactions include
businesses are the backbone of our communities. And Bank of America is the world's best bank for small and medium-sized enterprises. With over 3,700 dedicated business specialists across the nation, we're on your corner and in your corner. Because when businesses prosper, communities thrive. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America. Contact one of our local business specialists at bankofamerica.com/local business.
Fantasy movies 2D will be free forever. Forever. You're telling me I'll be filming in full. Oh, no! It's a no-brainer. Tuesday at 8 on Fox. Justin Fields was not back in. He's only 3 and usually rise. On downs and a penalty here backs him up after inside their own 5-yard line. Chris Paul is out to the 7.
Brees gets a pickup of 1, gets a gain of 3. I think on the dive, that puts the ball on the 9 for the Jets. For those wondering how many Jet games I've called that have ended in a Jet victory, 1. The opener in 23 against Buffalo. 2nd and 7. Ball on the 8. The handoff to Hall again. Lost gain of 1. Or 2, I should say. I guess they pushed the ball back to the 4 based on whether it was caught or something. I don't know. Oh, they gave him 2. Ah. Third and 5. Flag. That puts the ball back at the 3. Ball back at the 4-yard line. Sling pass. Caught. Lazard with the catch to the 11, but we got more flag. Probably a hold against the Jets, but it'll probably be waved off because it's 4th down anyway. And it was a hold against the Jets, but Carolina opts to decline. Ball be placed on the 11. Why throw a damn check down, swing check that way? And unfortunately, the Jets are not doing that. ETN in the back I mean, back to receive the punt. It's a pretty deep one. Backs him up to his 33. He's over the 35. Tries to find a seam. Gets free. He's over the 40, 45. And jumps out at the 47 or 48-yard line. 16-yard return. I'm telling you, folks, this game has been pretty bad. For the 48. Pitch to Chuba. And he's met at the line. Not going anywhere. We're on that run. Second down. Well, they give him a yard. Incomplete. Didn't see how that play collapsed on itself. Quinn Williams on the chase. Yeah, I am not being Mac today. Looks like I got a sack at least. Oh, another PAT. Can the Chiefs defense do something for me, you motherfuckers? I'm losing points bit by bit here, you dumbasses. 3rd and 9 from the 49. Flag. And I think a Panther jumped. Pushes the ball back to the 44, the Panthers. Heavy cream, water stock, mushrooms. From the 44, Young drops back. Pocket collapses. He's going to fire. McMillan with the catch. He's cutting. Brought down by Sauce. 3 yards short of the marker. Gain of 11, but it's not enough. Like Carolina's going to go for it on 4th and 3. Or are they just trying to lure the Jets offside here? They get the snap off. Young fires. Caught by McMillan. First down to the 34 of the Jets. Pick up at 12. And we now reach the 2-minute warning, tied at 3 here in the first half. The Panthers are now within, and the Panthers have moved themselves into field goal range. Can we let Butker kick some field goals? I need the points, Kansas City. I mean, I know Las Vegas is a team that you constantly make your bitch, but that doesn't justify scoring touchdowns every damn time. Get some field goals, for fuck's sake. I need the fantasy points, damn it.
So, do you like do tricks? No, Richard, I'm a genius. I'm not doing tricks for you. Oh, all right.
Sure is getting dicey outside, for me anyway. For those wondering, it looks like it's about getting ready to rain in my neck of the woods. Cloud covers become pretty thick. And my ride for the wrestling event in a couple of hours is probably going to have to go as slow as you can on the highway. Better safe than sorry dynamic. You know that shit. For those wondering what the main event is tonight, it's Adam Priest, the current reigning and defending DeadLock Pro World Champion, defending against former champion, didn't even lose the belt. He actually had to vacate due to a knee injury. TNA wrestler Jake Something, who also has a contract with DeadLock, as well as, to a lesser extent, Maple Leaf up in Windsor. At least this is a wrestling event I can afford sneaking up to the front row for. Where with Raw tapings, given how frugal I am with my payments for these sorts of things, and how small my paycheck is, I can't. I mean, how small my account is when you mean to get a ringside seat, I can't. In any case, 1st and 10 from the 35. Hubbard in the backfield, Legette in motion. In for Carolina. Hand off to Chua. Finds a hole, and he does get over the 30 to the 28-yard line for a gain of 7. Tedororia McMillan, his first 6 games, 27 catches on 48 targets. 380 yards leading the team. Other wideouts only have a 309, but have a total of 309 between them for Carolina. So he got 5 out of it. So the ball's on the 30. I mean, that's still well within field goal range. 2nd and 5 for Carolina. Ball on the 30 or just thereabout, maybe the 29 and a half. Fake of the handoff. Drop back. Caught by Hubbard on the slant. He's over the 30, 25, 20, 15, 10. And out at the 5-yard line, I think. Smart move on the screen by Bryce. That's a big 25-yard pickup. 26. So it's 1st and goal from the 3. Faking the handoff again. Young looks. He's looking. Scrambling. Dump pass. Caught. Touchdown, Carolina. Xavier Legette. Kick's good. And Carolina goes up 10-3. That defense has been turning the Swiss cheese on this drive. Got turned to Swiss cheese on that drive. blowing a 1st and 20 possibility to get out there and get the ball back. And instead, 3-yard pass that takes 8 seconds for Bryce to find someone, and he finds Xavier Legette. Tough break. Break if you're gangrene.
All I wanted to do was help kids and families. Bank of America was just so important with getting things started.
I feel we are growing together with Bank of America.
Kick is away.
Had the opportunity to meet with
Caught the 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
What would you like the power to do? Bank of America.
33.
Contact one of our local business specialists at bankofamerica.com/local business.
Let's see, who's got doubleheader duty next week? First and 10 from the 33 for the Jets. Hall in the backfield alongside Fields. Hand off to Brees, up the gut, only gets 1. Can you have him run to the outside, damn it? Boo Bird's coming down, and Brees Hall is down. And that's not good if you're the Jets. Not the seat. Him going down, things have gone from bad to worse if you're the Jets. Okay, so Dallas against Denver next week. Then Kansas City against Buffalo. That was a no-brainer. Detroit against Washington.
Let me tell you about
Kansas City against Denver. Philly against Dallas.
true story.
Buffalo against Pittsburgh. Cincinnati against Buffalo.
Hard to pry me out of my small town, Johnny.
So Green Bay versus Denver or Detroit against Los Angeles for me. Pittsburgh against Detroit. Philly against Buffalo. And then whatever game gets basically flex into the game of the week spot. And that's not good if you're the Jets. Snap. Fields fires over the caught by Davis. First down at the 44. They're going no huddle, Justin. Snap. Fields going to run. He's over the 50 and brought down at the 48 for a gain of 7. Jets call timeout with 27 left on the clock. So Panthers down now.
Let me tell you about Bruce Springsteen. Witness a true story. Bruce is afraid of leaving behind the world he knows. Of risking it all.
Hard to pry me out of my small town, Johnny.
Like I said, this isn't good if you're a Jet fan.
There's no only thing making sense to me right now.
I thought the Jets would be better than the Giants this year, but this has been disgusting from the Jets. Second 3 from the Carolina 49. Empty back, one back set. And Fields goes down again. Loss of, was it the 43 when he got sacked? 7. It's Mooring again. If you ask me, Jets need to get a tackle with the first overall pick in the draft in 26. That should have been a face mask on the Panthers, but whatever. 3rd and 10 after a 7-yard sack. Second sack of the afternoon for the Panthers. Back to the 43-yard line. Jets need to get to the 46 of Carolina. Snap. Goes short to Davis. He's got the first down, and he's pulled down at the 43 of Carolina. Probably going to be a hold on the Jets. Okay, no flag. I wanted to throw flag. Regardless of who was against, I wanted to throw flag. I really want to throw flag. Please let me throw flag. In any case, 1st and 10, 17 seconds left, ball on the 44-yard line. And Carolina's going to call their second timeout. What happened?
Let me tell you about Bruce Springsteen. Witness a true story. Bruce is afraid of leaving behind the world he knows, of risking it all.
Hard to pry me out of my small town, Johnny.
To fight for what you believe in.
These new songs, they're the only thing making sense to me right now.
This is not gonna be good for Bruce. Radio can't play this.
Don't need to be perfect. I just want it to feel right.
Springsteen. Rated PG-13. Friday.
First and 10 from the 44. Fields drop back. That gets swatted. Second down. I'm watching this on Fox since I live in the area, since I'm local to the Carolina Panthers. 2nd and 10 from the 44. And down he goes again, you son of a bitch. Loss of 9. Jets will just go into the locker room, down 7 at the half, and kick the ball away. And this is why people didn't want Justin Fields. I mean, a lot of people were skeptical of Justin Fields. He holds onto the ball too fucking long. I'm going to be blunt, folks. To any Giants fans like myself who criticized Daniel Jones during his time with us for holding on to the ball too long, which led to him getting sacked in his rookie days as being bad, Justin Fields is even worse. Damn right they do. In the first half, Panthers D, 3 sacks, 5 out of 8 success on third down prevention, and 95 total yards for the Jets. I wonder how badly it is for Justin in terms of his sack rate. Ouch. 3 sacks for 21 yards. How's that not fucking surprise me? Breece Hall probably going to be out for a while. I don't know what he hurt this time. Probably the ACL again. Bryce Young 11 for 18, 117 passing yards. Chua Hubbard 9 for 26 on the ground. Rico 4 for 18. Jimmy Horn 1 for 7. Bryce Young 1 for 6. Breece Hall 9 for 35. Fields 4 for 22. Isaiah Davis 2 for 10. 1 for 5 for Tyrone Taylor. Ironically, Isaiah Davis has been the only legitimate receiver today for the Jets, 2 for 22. Josh Reynolds, Breece Hall, Al Lazard, 1 each for 9, 8, and 7 respectively. Arian Smith nowhere on his. Teraroria McMillan, 3 for 33, 1 for 26 for Chua, 4 for 20 and a touchdown for Leggett, 1 for 17 for Dottle. Mitchell Evans, 1 for 13. Jalen Coker, 1 target, but he didn't catch it. 1 for 8 for Jimmy Horn Jr. For those wondering, 6 of 12 for 46 yards, so you can take almost half of those off on sacks for Justin. So he's 6 for 12 with 25 yards. Mooring with a sack, Brown with half a sack, Robinson with a sack, and the last half sack goes to Nick Scorp. No sacks against Young. Only 1 tackle for a loss by Sherwood for the Jets. And it has been complete and utter horse shit if you're a Jet fan. I mean, at this point, you would rather pump the guts of this kid, Justin Fields, full of lead. I mean, what I think killed the Jet momentum right out of the gate was going for it on 4th and 5 on your first drive instead of kicking an easy 51-yarder. They're acting like a jackass. 174 to 95 in terms of yards in favor of the Panthers. 72 to 57 on the ground in favor of the Jets, as the Panthers are not a good road ground team. 8 penalties for a collective of 56 yards, 35 for Carolina, 21 for the Jets. 15 minutes and 35 seconds for the Panthers, 14:25 for the Jets. Oh, really? What was your first fucking clue, dude?
Justin Fields rolling out of that pocket. He's not a pocket passer. They got to roll him out to the right and let him throw on the run. And then possibly he can scan the field and use his legs and run the ball if no one's open while he's rolling out, on a play action or whatever it is, and get him out of that pocket. I tell you what, that was the most...
That's sad, but it's true. Oh, it was a defensive touchdown for the Eagles. Okay.
Carolina fan, because at the end of the day, you're both professional teams. Doesn't matter how you win or who you're beating. You're both out there professional. And see them getting better in the week. There should be encouragement for the fans. Well, Carolina trying to get its 3rd straight win. Of course, the last time they played, they beat the Dallas Cowboys. And we'll see the Cowboys in America's game of the week as Dak Prescott hosts the Washington Commanders, led by Jaden Daniels. They're just trying to get back on track. Get it up and down and up and down and up and down. That's America's game of the week. At the conclusion of your contest, which has another half from the Meadowlands, Xavier Leggett with a touchdown. That's the difference in the ball game and the Verizon play of the half. Verizon halftime brought to you by Verizon. The NFL powered by Verizon.
No, David, I am not going to be able to do tonight's matchup between Seattle and Toronto, Game 6. I am going to be at a DeadLock Pro Wrestling event later, in a little more than 2 hours. At best, I don't see myself coming back until around 10. At worst, I'm not getting out of there and coming back until around 11. Mostly because, sure, I can get out of there by around 9:30, 9:30 at best.
From Sugi to Skywalker. Well fast display from Shun Skywalker of Dragon Gate.
How does he fit into the picture going forward? Does he even fit into the picture going forward?
That looks disgusting right there, leaving the ring.
He couldn't resist that, could he? No, he's still disrespecting the Noah logo there. That might come back to haunt him at some point. See? Junior heavyweight tag team in the business. Kane holding on back.
Caught the end of it. Though I would rather have preferred if Moxley got beaten to the point of death instead of Darby and Sting returning at the 11th hour to help him out.
Don't make a mistake, fumble your case.
Game of the week coming your way as Dak and the boys. Green Bay taking on the Cardinals. It's an action-packed
Kazenine.
I can name that tune in one note. You're terrible people who suck at this game. Pacific Games is serious money. 99 speed all Wednesdays on Fox.
International games continue on NFL Network. And here, our stars come out in the morning. With Ben, Rashad Robinson and the Falcons. Take on Daniel Jones and the Colts in Berlin. Then week 11, Jada Davis and the Commanders. It's Sunday morning football. Continues November 9th at 9:30 Eastern. Both on NFL Network.
Good thing I got nothing better to do in weeks 10 and 11. And we're about to start the third quarter. Jets and Panthers won the flip but elected to defer the ball, so they get this half. Looking to go 3 in a row in the season and 4 in a row over the Jets. Hello, Chris.
It was easier to walk over. Benjamin Franklin Plumbing. Hey, someone dropped a corner. Opened up. Oh.
When you work with someone who knows a lot and cares even more,
Your voice is amazing.
you're unstoppable. I'm just getting started.
I'm here to help.
At Truist, we believe the pictures.
Need extra confidence. Need extra miles. And room for everyone. And standout style. Now, well-qualified drivers can get 1.9% financing on 2026 Equinox models. Or qualified lessees can get this Equinox for around $299 a month. When you download the Hardee's app and join my rewards, save good more. 20% off any breakfast order of $10 or more. Wake up to the fluffy omelet biscuit or a homestyle loaded burrito and save. That's good
So usually I point the weather, but today I'm pinpointing where to find the Queen City News Plus app. Scroll down to search. Just start typing Queen City News, and there it is. Check out our news live stream for exclusive app originals and see me on Pinpoint Weather. Ready to start watching?
Uncover the secrets in the skies with record-breaking pilot Lee Capey. Real first-hand accounts of the unexplained. Something pulling me out of the car by my leg. We are not alone. Stream for free on Queen City News Plus.
Hit defaults. Download the Pinpoint Weather app today. Being an NFL player demands knowledge and preparation.
Who blame him?
Demands the most cutting-edge helmet technology. The NFL drives innovation through testing, data, and collaboration with helmet manufacturers. With more position-specific models tailored to player roles. And 3D scanning for custom fits to enhance protection and performance, leading to last season having the lowest number of concussions on record. Before any helmet goes on, safety goes in.
This broadcast is copyrighted by NFL Productions for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the consent of NFL Productions is prohibited.
Here we go again with these fuckers.
Could see more of that protecting that lead. From the Jets' point of view, it's a sixth straight game without them scoring a touchdown, offensive touchdown in the first half. And is a quarterback change necessary? Do you anticipate that?
At this point, you might as well do a QB change if you're the Jets. Kick is away. 6, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. There's a lane over the 45, 50, and in the Jet territory at the 49. Good field position if you're Carolina. Ball on the 49 of the Jets. Hand off to Dottle. Finds a hole, and he's going to get about 5 on that run. I'll say it now, junior year. Bryce Young is really coming to his own. Dave Canales 4-1 when he's leading at the half. 2nd and 6, they actually place on the 45-yard line. Donald in the backfield. Fake of the handoff to Rico. Flips to Tremble, but he's only manages to catch it at the line. No gain on the pass. No gain on the catch. 3rd down. Third and 6 coming up for Carolina. They're going to take Donald out and put Hubbard back in. I don't like this if you're Carolina. I mean, true. The only reason, or they're not putting Chua in. So who's in the backfield for Carolina now? Well, it's okay. They're not. It's an empty back set. It's an empty set. They get the snap off. Young looks. He's going to take off. Dives. Does he get the first? He got it. Pick up a 6. Pick up a 5. And the Jets are going to throw the red flag to see if Young got the first down or not. I didn't think he did, to be honest. Let's see where his leg goes down. It's going to be tricky to tell, but when we get back, we'll get our answer. 10-3 Carolina, 13:05 left in the third quarter.
We want 4 chickens with backup order. If only there were backups in real life. Come with me, no mail. But at least there's progressive to protect.
Rhoda Jones! What a catch, partner! Wow! That's a 15-yard catch by DJ! That's my quarterback! I'm not surprised you wanted to do this game with me, partner. You know that? Fair enough. Why they're saying it's a safety. Out. Okay. 3-2 Carolina? Jones flips the head. The Wildcat! They're going to give it to Paris the front! Big Jones! He's got it! Oh, God, touchdown, Carolina. They're just throwing over 26 points. Giants with their most emphatic win of the Joe Judge era. What? The most dominant win of the Joe Judge era. What do you think of that? Great? That's not saying much. There. That's not really saying much. That's not really saying much. That's for sure. Final score 25-3. Jets improved to 2-5. Panthers dropped to 3-4. Of course, Carolina fans remember the last time they were here, or in MetLife Stadium as a whole. Go back to the 2021 season. 2022 season. Losing to a Daniel Jones-led Giant squad by 3. And before that, getting in the first year of Brian Dable. And prior to that, the frightful coward that was Joe Judge actually dominating them and making the Panthers look like a team of bitches in the year prior. So did he get the first down? No, he did not. Calls overturned on the red flag. Ball be placed at the 40. Panthers going for it. Shua in the backfield. Oh, it's Rico. Excuse me. He's got the pitch. He's got the first down. And out the 29, gain of 11. Nice blocks by Tremble and Leggett to give him the running room. Or 12, rather. Either way, the ball's on the 29. Either way, the ball's on the 29. 1st and 10. Single back set for Bryce. Hands off to Rico. Looking for a hole. He's not going to get much of one. Maybe he gets 2.5, 3 yards. Either way, ball's on the 27, 26-yard line. Rico hasn't been as productive today. I mean, 37 rushes on 7 pickups. He signed a 1-year deal with the Panthers in March. Led an injury-depleted Dallas in rushing yards last year. Snap. Fakes the pass to Donald. Young fires. Caught by Edwards, and he's down at the 14. You got it. Oh, it's at the 15. So it was a pickup at what, 12? 11? Dahl in the backfield. Play action rollout. And Young has to get rid of it. Incomplete. Second down. Seven plays, 34 yards in the first 3.5 of the quarter. And off to Doddle, finds a room in the hole, and he's going to get 4. Maybe 5. Third down. They're going to give him 4. Jets have held. This is a 9th third down conversion for Carolina. They're 2 out of 8 in their first. They've only converted 2 of their first 8. Pocket collapses, and it's a short throw. And the throw is wobbled, incomplete in the end zone. Didn't even reach number 0. And here comes the field goal unit. This will be about a 29-yarder for Fitzgerald. Should be easy enough for him to get to make it a 2-score game. Oh, the ball got tipped on the release. From 29. Got it. Four minutes, 20 seconds, 38 yards, 9 and 10 plays. Panthers lead, now up to 13-3. I was hoping for at least a turnover.
Let me tell you about Bruce Springsteen. Witness a true story. Bruce afraid of leaving behind the world he knows, of risking it all.
Hard to pry me out of my small town, Johnny.
To fight for what you believe in.
These new songs, they're the only thing making sense to me right now.
This is not gonna be good for Bruce. Radio can't play this.
Don't need to be perfect. I just want it to feel right.
Springsteen, rated PG-13, Friday.
Tylenol is the #1 doctor-recommended brand of pain reliever. It's backed by decades of rigorous, slow research. Doctors, nurses, and pharmacists, and caregivers, they all put their trust in Tylenol.
Big time, best time, all the time. Come see the Royal Caribbean. You've earned this, so hold it up high and handle chaos with composure, because everything you do behind the scenes sets the stage for day and day. You are a fighter, and this is your reward. Without remarkable fighting.
So we finally got a field goal. Took you dimwits long enough to do that, at least. So let's get 3 out of that.
we got now?
Son of a fucking bitch. If I had started Devonta today, I would have gotten some points. But I was so pissed off with last week, I didn't bother. With last week's lack of product, I didn't even bother starting him. Motherfucker, I'm going to lose again. That 2650 would come in handy, would be coming in handy right now. Take us away. And Williams gets away with it over the 30. And the crowd applauds as gone is Justin Fields and in is Tyrod Taylor. You know, you were starting to wonder when Aaron Glenn would finally pull his head from his ass and realize Justin Fields holding the ball as long as he does has been doing this team a lot more harm than good. You know, on his passing attempts, doing this team a lot more harm than good. 1st and 10 from the 33 for the Jets. Reese back in. Jerry Rucker tried to catch it, but incomplete. 2nd down. Tyrod Taylor's played in Baltimore, Cleveland, Buffalo, Los Angeles, Houston, the Giants, and the Jets. He actually made the 2015 Pro Bowl as a starter with Buffalo that year. But he hasn't done much since leading the Bills to the 2017 postseason. Caught, pick up a 5, 3rd down. Maybe I should have just stuck with Diggs and Smith. They're in 5. Ball at the 38. Taylor fires over the middle. Caught. And in the Carolina territory goes Taylor. Goes rookie Taylor, that is, not Tyrod. It's a 15-yard pickup. Audible out of the eye. Hall in the backfield. Drop back. Taylor looks. Scrambles. Caught by Hall. He'll get 5 out of that. He'll get 6. Well, at least with Taylor under center, the Jets are showing a little life, which I cannot say the same for with Justin under center for the Jets. 2nd and 4, ball at the 43 of Carolina. Jets finally getting some tempo going. I set. And off to Brees, and you'll get 2. Snap. Taylor gets free, but he gets tripped up, and down he goes again. That's going to be a loss of 6. Or is it 5? Let's see. Where does he go down? Okay, not there. Not there. 5. You could have just run it, Tyrod, but nope. This is why I call Aaron Glenn a numbskull when it comes to offensive operation. Kick is away. The punt's away. Good kick. Bounces away from the end zone and caught at the 7. So the Panthers will start there. Down at the 7. .706 left in the third quarter. 13-3 Panthers. Not the high-scoring game I was expecting, to be honest. This low-scoring game was not what I was expecting. I got to sit in Montgomery next week. So.
Let me tell you about Bruce Springsteen.
RB1. Hill down.
Story.
RB2.
I
mean, his bye week this week. So might as well put him in next. Might as well put Justice in next week, given how little he's going to get the ball. How little he's going to get the ball.
Anything making sense to me right now.
This is not any good for Bruce. Radio can't play this.
Don't need to be perfect.
Well, I could use him. Wait.
Rated PG-13.
Right. It's off week. This week 9. There's a couple of weeks in week 9. This is week number 9. They get off on week 9. The question is, if I start him and Robinson next week, who's going to have the bigger upper hand? It's a case of choosing which cat to go after the corner. Who's the cat and who's the cornered mouse? Because it looks like right now, with the way it's going in Minnesota, Philadelphia is going to keep the lead in the division for at least another week, at best, at worst. And for an additional cup for another week to their ledger as top dogs in the division. For one reason. Minnesota's doing nothing. Minnesota's doing two things, jacking shit in their game. And Jack left town, which leaves the Vikings with nothing but shit until McCarthy gets back. Wentz has been very inconsistent as the Viking QB. And then again, he's playing his former team. A team that knows him inside and out. Sure, he has the same knowledge, but not with this core. If it's more 10, should have known this motherfucker would be back. From the 8, hand off to Chua. Tries to find a hole, gets about 1, maybe 2, second down. They give him 1, so the ball will be on the 9. From the 9. Into the dog pile goes Hubbard, and he'll get 4, putting the ball at the 13. Yeesh, 212 to 118 in terms of total scrimmage yards in favor of Carolina. And Carolina now has the rushing upper hand. He has the upper hand on the ground. Just under 6 to go in the quarter. 13-3 Panthers. 3rd and 5. Ball on the 13-yard line. Snap. Young drops back. Gonna fire. Flag. I don't know what happened. It would be a first down to Leggett, but what's the flag? If anything, it'd probably be against Sauce. This is probably going against the Jets. Flag. What's the call, ref? So post defensive holding, okay. I know the feeling, Iman. If you want to come in, link right here. Young gonna fire over the middle. Bat away. Yeah, I know. No pun. The pun was not intentional. In any case, 2nd and 10, 5:19. Jalen Coker was the intended target. He couldn't catch it. He got smothered on the coverage. 2nd down. Under pressure, caught. That was Chua. And he loses 2 on the catch. Sauce back in. 3rd and 12 from the 23 of the Panthers. 4.5 seconds. They get the playoff in time. Young being chased down. He goes at the 10. First sack of the day for the Jets. And it's Big Briggs. Loss of 13. Kick away. Williams going to let it bounce. It's going to take a Panther roll and be down at the 21. Fans don't like that call.
When businesses thrive, so do our communities.
My name is Oscar Zavaleta. I'm the principal for the Montes Group. I just knew that I wanted to be the person that made the decisions. Without Bank of America, the growth of our company would have been difficult. The way I look at it is Bank of America is one of my partners.
Unlock new possibilities for your business and community. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America. Contact one of our local business specialists at bankofamerica.com/local business.
It's not quite as good as my dad's steak. Close. And that's pretty dang good, if you ask me. Training day starts with ourselves. First the weight work, then the straight to conditioning. 28 hours clean. Quick post for the cameras, and it's to the lake where I keep my mental game strong. Keep my energy right, grab the Celsius.
That's being Coles.
Now give it up for great insurance.
How long can that be without spending that much? It's a Lowe's. They have cool decorations like Bumble. I'm the Grinch.
Look what holiday for less. Introducing Arby's steak nuggets. Perfectly seared, perfectly smoked. It's like if your favorite steakhouse made nuggets. Wait, is Arby's your new favorite steakhouse? Arby's, we have the meat. The NFL International Games continue on NFL Network. Week 10, the Falcons take on the Colts in Berlin. Then in Week 11, the Commanders face the Dolphins in Madrid. It's Sunday Morning Football, only on NFL Network.
Nick Mangold, 7-time Global Center for the Jets. United States performance this recently revealed who has a genetic defect of chronic kidney disease. He's in need of a kidney transplant. Knowing his family able to donate, reach out to those in the Jet or Ohio State communities outside the donor. However, anyone can help. Please do. After that 68-yard punt, season long from San Marcos.
Brees Hall gets 3. Second and 8. Ball on the 23-yard line. 3 minutes, 13 seconds left. So what is it now? 21-16, Iman? Taylor looks. Chase out of the pocket. You'll get 2 out of that run. Yeah, that scramble. Did he catch it? Did he get the first down? Yes. Well, he caught it, actually. Short. 4th and 1. Jets going to go for it. Why didn't I start Devonta today? 33 fucking points. Why didn't I fucking start Devonta? So calls reversed. It will be a first down as he caught it beyond the line. Oh, that's not good if you're Carolina. I think the ankle got twisted. I mean, I think Bryce may have twisted his ankle if he's going to the back. That's not good if you're the Panthers. Clock reset to 2:24. Big of the pitch to Paul. Tyron drops back. Flag. Illegal man downfield. It's going to push the Jets back 5. .220 to go in the quarter. 13-3 Carolina. At least the game's moving at a decent enough clip for football for me. Snap. Taylor fires, caught by Mason Taylor, and he will get 11. First down, Jets. Maybe 12, actually. Based on where they put him down. They give him 11. Empty back set for Tyrod. Minute 40 to go. Drops back. Gonna go with a bomb. Jackson was smothering Reynolds and J.C. Horn, but no flag. This is actually only the second time I'm calling a Panthers game, for those wondering. Ball on the 43 again. And that one swatted, incomplete, third down. And as soon as Tyrod gets rid of it. Five out of 11 today for the Jets on third. Taylor drops back. He's looking. Gets away from one sack. Gets away from a second. Going to throw it. Caught! First down at the 39 of the Panthers. That's a 21-yard pickup. And that's an 18-yard pickup. .55 seconds left in the quarter. Jets down 10. Ball at the 38. So they gave him 19 yards. They're going to do a double reverse pitch. Throw deep. And incomplete. And we get no flag. I mean, I get the plan. I mean, I remember seeing the Giants pull something similar off on the Jets back in the 2018 game. And on a Graham Gano game winner for Carolina. And I do love the little trickery. It was Wildcat, dump off. Taylor going to throw deep. And Lazard just couldn't catch it. Went right through his damn hands, too. 2nd and 10 with 40 seconds left. Ball on the 38. Ball in the backfield. Fake of the handoff. Taylor going to throw over the middle. And it's batted away, this time by J.C. Horn. Third down. And again, no flags. Wait, did Horn say... Are they saying Horn picked it off? Did he pick it off? Let's see here. Did he pick it off? Okay, he did pick it off! And the Panthers will take over at their 20 on a pickoff in the end zone. Just when you think the Jets are gaining momentum. I thought it was incomplete. But whatever. First down from the 20 for Carolina. Hand off to Dottle. And he gains 2. Let's go for a game break. And Andy, that's not Bryce Young under center now. It's Andy Dalton. Let's see what happened here. Yeah, it's an ankle injury. That's not good if you're the Panthers to have your quarterback go down like that. I mean, bringing in the Red Rocket. I mean, I get you got no choice, but going into the fourth quarter, 13-3, Carolina. Can they hold the line? We'll find out when we come back.
Businesses are the backbone of our communities. And Bank of America is the world's best bank for small and medium-sized enterprises. With over 3,700 dedicated business specialists across the nation, we're on your corner and in your corner. Because when businesses prosper, communities thrive. What would you like the power to do?
This is one of the worst games
Contact one
I've
of our
ever
local
come
business
across.
specialists at bankofamerica.com/local.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Most of the games I've called this year, for football at least, have been bad. I mean, I've called some pretty bad baseball games too. I mean, Mets against Yankees, Phillies against Mets against Phillies in September, Braves Reds. But I've called a few gems. Mets Yankees in May, Braves Red Sox. Seattle against Detroit back in a few weeks ago. I wonder if the Death Out guys have put up Dante's video preview. For his upcoming battle with Clive from Final Fantasy 16. For those wondering, I've only played 2 Final Fantasy games, number 3 and number 4. And and with Devil May Cry, I've never picked up the games.
You and you back out there.
And off the dial, he finds a seam, and he's going to get 5. Third down. Of course, it's going to be encouraged to get a perfect rating. Oh, they gave him 4. 3rd and 4 from the 25 for the Panthers. Dalton out of the gun. And yes, that's Dalton, not Young under center. Drop back by the Red Rocket. He fires up Rocket. It's caught. Pick up a 15. But now Xavier Legette is down, and he is clutching his rib cage. The 2-year Gamecock is down. We will take another injury timeout. I mean, it's quite clear he got hit in the ribs. Or maybe the hammy.
When curiosity strikes about your family story, we're here with answers only your ancestors
Some
can
clapping.
provide.
He's back up under his own power, and he can move, so
Right
at
now,
least it's
your
not a
whole
severe
story is on
injury.
sale.
But he will go to the medical tent. Question is, what are the Jets going to do here? They're down in their final 14 minutes and on pace for their worst start since 1996. And I know Jet fans don't want to go back to those days. Those days were horse shit. 1st and 10 from the 41 for Carolina. Dottle in the backdrop. Handoff, nice hole. Gets free. He's over in the Jet territory and a 1st down for Carolina. Broke at least 1 tackle, but couldn't break a second. Twelve-yard pickup. Dottle under handoff again. He's going to get 4. He's going to get 3. Maybe 4. I don't know. But it's enough to move the chain, move the chain line a little bit. 2nd down. Rico Dottle, 13 touches for 79 cumulative yards. I don't know how many he's got on the ground, but it's somewhere around 50 at best. So he got 3. That puts the ball on the 45 of the Jets. 4, I should say. Dottle trying to find a hole. He's not going to find it this time. But he does push forward to get at least 1. Rushing yards have been in favor of the Panthers, 110-76. When at the start of the game, it was all Jets. But now the ground game has been, the pendulum on the ground at least, has swung the way of Carolina. I've only seen 4 running yards by the Jets in this half. 3rd down and 7, so Rico got nothing out of it. Empty back set for Dalton, 2 to each side. 3 receivers to his left, 2 to his right. Snap. Gonna fire left. Caught, but short of the 1st down is Xavier Legette by a yard. Question is, do you go for it or do you get rid of it? Ball's on the 41. That's not within Fitzgerald's range. His season long is 57. This would be about, well, actually it is. This would be about a 55-yarder. He caught it at about the 38 and 37-yard line and 38-yard line. They're going to go for it again. Let's see if they can get it. They didn't get it last time. Last time they had the ball on 4th, they didn't get it. And out to Rico. He's got the hole, and he's going to get it over the 35 for a pickup of 3 and a 1st down for Carolina. No good. Vikings take over. Thanks for the info, Iman. I'm an idiot to not start Devonta today with how good he's been. Ball to 34. 10 minutes left. Hand off to Rico. He's going to go in the end around slot, and he's going to get 5. Go in the cut to the opposite direction, and he's going to get 5. 2nd down inside the Jet 30 to the 29-yard line. Well, it's safe to say the Panthers are on pace to keep themselves out of the basement, at least for this year. Total touches today, 29 touches for 143 yards between Chua and Dottle. Chua with 55, Dottle with 88. 2nd and 5 from the 29-yard line. Chua in the backfield, I think, this time. Yes, it's Hubbard. Over the middle, caught. No, it's incomplete. It bounced out. Emmanuel Sanders had it, but it slid out of his hand. He's been out most of the year with an ankle issue. Let's see where he tries. Juggles. That's a fumble. Oh, never mind. Incomplete. Son of a bitch. Maybe the Jets going back to the 80s logo was a mistake. Should have kept the current era logo. Anyway, 3rd and 5. Ball at the 29. Carolina going to burn their first timeout. Less than 10 left in the game. 13. It's Carolina 13. And the New York Jets 3. 30-second timeout, for those wondering how long this one's going to last.
Let me tell you about Bruce Springsteen. Witness a true story. Bruce afraid of leaving behind the world he knows, of risking.
And this is for a team that is viewed as mediocre, and that's impressive for a team that on paper would be viewed as mediocre at best. Being viewed as mid at best. At best as mid. 10 plays, 51 yards on 5.5 minutes on this drive. Starting back to when they picked off Tyrod in the first quarter, in the third, at the end of the third. In any case, 3rd and 5, ball on the 19. One weak spot today for the Panthers has been in 4th down conversions or lack of them. They have failed on 9 of 13 attempts. Dot drops back and he gets stuffed and bring out the kicking unit. Loss of 11. Back to the 40. Second sack of the day for the Jets. Oh, they're going to give him a 10-yard loss. Punt unit out for Carolina now. Carolina's going to bring their punt unit out. Wait. Thank you. They better get the punt unit out now. And they do. And the Jets will burn their first time out. Now they're going to take a dog call. It'll be 4th and 19. Ball will be punted away from the Jet 44. Lowly will be back. The kick is away. Not a deep one. And a fair catch at the 15 for the Jets. It's still within reach for the Jets to try to win this game. 8 minutes and 53 seconds left on the clock. But they're down 10, so they're gonna have to move and move fast. Otherwise, they could say hello to losing to the Panthers for the fourth time in a row. And what's worse, these two teams are going to face each other again.
Bruce Springsteen.
Could face each other again, depending on where both teams end up next year in the obligatory seat, because ranked one team bonus game on the division. side.
Songs. They're the only thing making
Of
sense to me right now.
AFC East versus NFC South. Now, granted, these two teams aren't going to play each other again, period, in the general sense, until 2029, when the Jets come back down here in 2029. At least I don't have any conventions between now and the next couple of weeks. Flag? Shut up, refs. Flag. Yeah, go after yourself. Now Hurts can throw the ball, shake my head. You're telling me. But again, given how wishy-washy Philly's offense has been, it's either one day they're too one-dimensional on the ground or one day they're too one-dimensional in the air. What are you expecting, Mon? Throw away. I mean, ball is batted down, incomplete by Taylor. Second down with 8:50 to go in the game. He was looking for Isaiah Davis. And it gets even worse for the Jets. And that one is dropped by Mason Taylor. Third down. And Jet fans are heading for the exits, and who could blame them? Third and 10 from the 15. Taylor scrambles, looks, gonna throw it, caught! Big Mason Taylor gets it. No, wait, that's not Mason Taylor, that's Johnson. Pick up a 30-plus. Jets starting to make a bit of a move again, but every time I say that, it's a jinx. Ball in midfield after a 35-yard catch. Big of the handoff to Davis. Taylor looks. Has time. He's going to run for it. And he gets tripped up as he falls out of bounds after a gain of 4. This time to A.J. Brown, his second of the day for A.J. 28-19, Philadelphia with just over 5 to go. Second and 5 from the 45-yard line. Pass caught. First down to the 36 of the Panthers. Just under 7.5 to go. Ball on the 36 of the the Panthers. Can the Jets finally get a touchdown? Flag. Ball start. Tyler Taylor fires, catch, pick up a 13. But time is still running out on the Jets. Under 6 left in regulation. Josh Reynolds with the catch. 2nd and 2 and 4 and 3, ball to 29. Drops back. Gonna fire it deep again. Is this gonna get picked? No, but it will get batted in the end zone. No flag. 3rd down. I mean, the biggest problem with Tyrod Taylor when he throws the bombs is that he doesn't have the arm strength to get it all the way. If Jackson turns around, that's another pick for Carolina. In any case, 3rd and 3, ball on the 29-yard line. Snap. Taylor looks. Are they going to throw the flag or not? Okay, instead they're going to go for a field goal. This will be from 48 for Nick Folk. Fans don't like this, but from 47, let's see what he can pull off. Snap, kick. It's good. But the Jet fans wanted something more than that. Just under 6.5 to go. Carolina 13. Jets 6. Jets are going to need a turnover, and they're going to need it now. Or this will be their 7th loss in a row on the whole, and their 4th in a row to Carolina. And to Carolina, it'll be their 4th in a row. It's back in 2013.
At Ancestry, we believe every question about the past is a spark.
21. Preseason games for me don't count. Preseason matchups between these two teams, from my point of view, don't count.
We're here with answers only your ancestors can provide. The past is priceless. Right now, your whole story is on sale.
You're home for the holidays.
Hey, kiddo, I'll be right there.
At least you can get a deal on your shorts for dad. Something with a little more coverage.
Other games going on right now. 31-13, New England on top of Tennessee. 31-6, Cleveland crushing Miami. The Chiefs shut out the Raiders 31 to a goose egg, so now they're starting to come back. I'm wondering how many cookies they're bribing the refs with or drugging them with. Having said that, flag. Jesus! Only 95 yards by Vegas today? But he'd still be in line for the win if the Panthers hold when you consider that he was QBing for more than half the game. Folk kicks it away. In the end zone, touchback. Carolina starts at the 35. Coverage for the World Series begins on Friday. I will be on the call for the entirety of it. It'll be the Dodgers hosting either the Mariners or the Blue Jays, or the Dodgers going to those two teams. Honestly, it should be the latter, considering both teams have better records than the Dodgers. But since the Dodgers got through their series first, they get the option. A ruling I do not like, to be perfectly honest. If the Mariners win the series, they'll go to Chavez Ravine. If Toronto wins, LA heads to Rogers Center. Pitch to Chua. And he is smothered. Loss of 3. Oh, they lost 2 on that. 2nd and 12 from the 33-yard line. Movement by the Panthers. And flag. Don throws it over the middle. Caught by Leggett. And he'll get 5. He'll get the penalty yards back. They're in 11. So it was a 4-yard catch. Don running away from the pressure. He's going to fire it over the side. And no flag? That should have been DPI on the Jets. Kick is away. Rose backs up. 15, 20, 25, 28. 29, actually. I mean, sure, they still get crushed by a resurgent Patriot squad. Snap. Taylor looks. Taylor's on the run. And he barely makes it back to the line. No gain. Second and 10 from the 29. They get the snap off in time. Taylor going to lob it. And it's Rucker with the catch. No, it's not. It's Horn with a pick. Second time J.C. Horn has picked Tyron Taylor off. Yada, yada, dazay. Oh, it's Round he was facing. Second pick of the day for J.C. Horn, and Jet fans are leaving the sport. I mean, sure, with Taylor, the offense is a little more cohesive. But having said that, this makes the Eric Glenn hiring look even more idiotic. In all honesty, I don't know who's worse, Glenn or Kotite. First and 10 from the 40. Dalton under center, has Chua in the backfield. No, that's Rico in the backfield, excuse me. Now all the Panthers can do is just run out the clock and they'll win 3 in a row. And Donald's going to run up for about 3. I mean, the Jets' defense, much like with last week, has kept them in the game. But the problem is the offense has been 2 things, Jack and shit. And Jack left town, leaving them with nothing but shit on the offensive end of the ball. Second and 7. Ball on the 43-yard line of Carolina. Hand off to Rico. Finds a hole, and he's going to get 5, maybe 6. But I think it's 5. And at this point, if you're Carolina, just chew up the clock. And just chew the clock up. Three and a quarter to go. So they gave him 5. Fake of the handoff. Dalton drops back. He's going to fire it. That was too short. And with a third down field, you've basically given the Jets one. And with a chance to ice the game, you've basically given the Jets one last chance to try to tie this fucker. 2:56 left. Jets down 7. Williams back to receive the punt. You know, and the Jets are going to have a long way to go, starting at their own 4, maybe their own 7, I don't know. And you screw the pooch multiple times. Okay, it's on the 14. First down from the 14-yard line for the Jets. Snap. Taylor drops back. And he's going to get stuffed. Loss of 6, maybe 7. We'll get one last play before the 2-minute warning. Meadowlands with the sack. That's the 5th sack of the day by the Panthers defense. Loss of 7, so the ball's back at the 7-yard line. Okay. Oh, 6 sack. I counted only 5, but whatever. Snap. Taylor drops on the edge of the end zone. Caught back to the original line, but that's about it for Mason Taylor as we hit the 2-minute warning. And 86 yards left for the Jets to try to make up. It's Carolina 13 and the Jets 6. I'm grateful for a low-scoring game for once for both squads. But having said that, this thing has been horse shit. Granted, if I had picked Las Vegas against Kansas City, it would have been even worse. It would have been lower than horse shit. It would have been the maggots of the early game pecking order. You want to know what the early game pecking order is? It goes Raiders versus Chiefs as maggots. Rams versus Jaguars as dirt. New England versus Tennessee as the worms inside of the dirt. This game as Popo stool. New England, Tennessee versus Kami. And then Philly versus Minnesota is Popo. And as much as I hate to say it for the Eagles, Barkley hasn't done much today either. If you had Saquon Barkley in your fantasy team, you're getting gypped. 16 carries for 47 yards and 45 total yards from scrimmage. He's got a catch, but it's a 2-yard loss. Third down and 10 for the Jets. Ball at their own 14. They've got to get to at least their own 24 to keep the game going. Snap. Taylor drops back. Fires deep. Swatted away. This one by Jackson. He was looking for Reynolds. And now this is the do-or-die shot for the Jets. If they can get a first down, they keep the game going. If they don't, Carolina wins. I mean, all Carolina would have to do, get at least one play in, take a knee, and take a few knees, force the Jets to burn their timeouts, and you've won. They're going to punt it. I would have gone for it, but this is going to, trust me, long-term playing this conservatively does you more harm than good and exposes your coach as a coward. They're not faking this one, and it's a pretty flimsy one. ETN at the 34, 35, 40, and out of bounds at the 43-yard line. I mean, even if Carolina wins this game, this is a Pyrrhic one if going into your game in a couple of weeks. If I remember correctly, Carolina's off next week. Let me double check 506, folks. Okay, yeah, they're off this next week. Carolina's next game is in Green Bay. And off to Hubbard, and he gets stuffed. Jets will burn their first time out with a minute 40 to go. Oh, wait, next week they're in Buffalo. And they come back here hosting Buffalo. And Buffalo is going to be coming out of the bye week with a massive-ass chip on its shoulder, having dropped their last two. Who's off on week 8? Oh, Baltimore for early. Dallas, Denver, the late game. Second and 12. Ball at the 41. And off to chew it again. This time he's going to gain yards. Picks up 4, maybe 5. Jets will burn their second timeout with just over a minute and a half to go. Well, at least AJ gets me significant pointage. And at this point, Philadelphia is back in the win column. Final score 28-22 over the Vikings. Minute 36 to go here at MetLife. 13-6 Carolina. Dawn going to fire it deep. And again, it's got the game. And there's the game right there. First down, Carolina. Caught and brought down at the 22 of the Jets. Jets will burn their final timeout. And at this point, V formation. There's knee 1. And if you're a Panthers fan, keep pounding, motherfuckers. For the first time since 2021, Carolina is over the 500 mark with a record of 4-3. The Jets drop like a brick to 0-7. Final score, Carolina 13, New York Jets 6. Jiminy effing cricket. But when you look at it from a perspective, it's a Pyrrhic victory for the Jets. We don't know how long Bryce Young is going to be out for. 177 yards between him and Dalton in the air, as opposed to 139 in the air between Fields and Taylor. Rico Donnell, 17 for 79 in the ground. 1 for 17 in the air for a total of 96 yards on 18 touches. Only touchdown in the game was caught from Young to Leggett. (17-12) on the first downs in favor of the Panthers. Jets were more efficient on third down, but fourth down efficiency was where Carolina shined. 302 to 220 in total yardage. 125 to 81 in the ground in favor of the Panthers. 6 penalties for 45 yards against Carolina. 5 penalties for 26 against the Jets. 6-2 in sacks in favor of the Panthers. They also picked Tyrod Taylor off twice. Time of possession, 35:05 to 24:55 in favor of Carolina. That's it for this game. In about 40 minutes, I'm going to catch my ride for DeadLock Pro Super Battle, which means I'm not going to be here for the rest of the day. And when that happens, having said that, I will catch you guys later this week. I've got Mega Mets podcast this Wednesday, where my partner in crime and I will be predicting the New Japan Super Junior Tag League tournament. On Thursday, I will be doing an On the Diamond podcast if unpopular NYG opinion is willing to go and predict the World Series with me. If he's willing to throw me a blasted bone and come on the show. You'll also be calling for those wondering. And then Friday and Saturday, I've got games 1 and 2 of the World Series between the Dodgers and whoever it is, between either Seattle or Toronto. And then next Sunday, and Pat, I know you're listening, but I am going to do it now. I am calling dibs on the game of the week next week, which will be the Dallas Cowboys against the Denver Broncos, requesting permission to do so. That's it for today's ABSN HSN special game between the Carolina Panthers and the New York Jets. Comment, like, share, and subscribe to myself. That's 218. All the content creators on both the Hardcore Networks and the Aboriginal Sports Network. There's be too many to list, and this video's gone on long enough. I'm Mets 2128. Goodbye and good night. Bang. Catch you Wednesday at worst. Oh, yeah, and I forgot. Tuesday, I've got an NXT taping.